We will start with chapter number 2, that is head and body section in HTML. Okay, before we start, let us see one basic practical coding of chapter number 1, and we can learn what is head section and what is body section. So here it is a basic coding of chapter number 1. Here this part is your head section and this part is your body section. Okay, so roughly we can say the head and close head is a head section, body and close body is your body section. Okay, let's move to the head section. Head section. See, in this video we will see only the head section. For body section we will create another video. Okay, so in this video we will discuss about only head section. So what is head section? First thing, it is represented as a block of head and close head. This is also known as head element. That means the head tag, close head tag, and the content given in between head and close head is also referred as head element. It is used to store meta information of the web page. See, head section is not meant for displaying our content on the web browser. It is basically used to store meta information of the web page. Now, what is meta information? Meta information is the information about the web page which may used to make the web page searching easy over search engine. It contains various information like date of creation, name of author, purpose of the web page, description, keywords, etc. Right? So if our web page is uploaded over the server, then this meta information will be useful to make our web page searching easier for the users. So that means if user enters any of the keyword, any of the term which is given as a meta information in a head section, then our web page will be given a priority in the search list. Okay, so next thing, the information given within head element or a head section will not be displayed in the web page content area. This is most important. The head element or the head section part will not be displayed in web page content area, but merely it is used to store information about the web page, right? So here we are not adding the information that we want to display in our web page. Here we are adding the information about the content we are putting into the web page, right? Okay, next is the title tag. It is the most important tag in a head section. Title tag. The title tag is used within the head section. The title tag is used to describe the title of the web page. Now here let's make it clear that it is used to provide title in the title bar of the web browser. As I said, whatever the content we are adding in a head section, it is not used for display purpose in a web content area, right? Whatever the content we want to display in a web page, that must be given in a body section, right? So title is given in a head section, so the title we have added will not be displayed in a web content area. It is used to provide title in the title bar of web browser. Okay, as the element used in within the head section are not displayed in a web content part, we cannot do any kind of formatting on the text in a head section. For example, if I have given a title, okay, so this title is used to display on a title bar, right? So we cannot do any kind of formatting. We cannot add like fonts or bold, underline, italic in the title tag. Okay, so it is advisable that we do not add any kind of formatting in a head section. Why? Because if I add any kind of formatting, it may result an error in the coding and the page will not be displayed in a proper way. Fine. Okay, If we try to do such formatting, it may result to error in a display. Okay, next thing, the meta tag. Now what is meta tag? Meta tags are used to add additional meta information of the web page. Right, it is all about the web page, what it contains, who have designed it, when it was designed, what are the keywords used, a brief description about the page. All these things are called meta information. Okay, so all this meta information are given using meta tag. Okay, so what are the meta information? Like name of author, date of creation, keywords used in the page, description about the web page, etc. General syntax of meta tag, that is meta, it is a tag name. Meta is a tag name. Name is an attribute. Okay, and for the attribute we are providing type of meta info. Next attribute is content, and meta info content means we have to provide the meta info type, and according to that type we have to give meta info content. Here the name attribute contain meta information type, that is what kind of meta info we want to add. That can be author, keyword or description. And second is content. Content attribute contain actual meta information as per the meta type we select. Let us see example. Here meta name is equal to author. Okay, so here I am using the type author. So in a content part I have given author name, that is MK Gandhi, for example. Second, meta name is equal to keyword. Suppose I am using name is equal to keyword, then the content should be the keywords which are used in the page, like WebGyor, rainbow, reflection, color, etc. Okay, third thing, meta name is equal to description. If I am using description, then the content will be the description about the web page. Okay, so here I have given the content about rainbow. Fine. Okay, here the meta information provided through different meta names are useful while searching the web page on the search engine, as I had already explained it. So all this meta information which we are providing through meta tag are used for making the web page searching easy on the search engine, but it is required that our web page should be uploaded over our server. Okay, next thing is other meta tag. Apart from this meta information, we also have some meta tags. Like there are some meta tags that tell the web page to load a specific URL after some seconds, or tags telling it that a certain page should not be cached. Cached means it should not be loaded and made as a buffer in the server. Right, the following example refreshes the web page after every 5 seconds. So what is the syntax? That is meta, then http equiv is equal to refresh. What to do? Refresh. Content is equal to 5, that is a total duration 5 seconds, means this tag will refresh the page after every 5 seconds. Okay, and if you want to refresh any other page, then we have to provide the URL of that page. Following example refreshes the content of given URL after every 5 seconds. So meta http equals to refresh, that is okay. Content is equal to 5, that is also okay. Then after that URL is equal to http test.com. so here instead of refreshing the current page, we are refreshing any other main page. Fine. Okay, next thing, other components in the head section. Now see, apart from the meta and title, we may need to add many other components, many other tags in a head section. Okay, such as, apart from meta information and the title, head section may contain other information also, such as base. Now what is base? See, defines the default address or target for all links on the web page. Sorry, Okay, now what is base? So before that we need to learn about the web pages or websites which are launched over the server. So first of all, when we launch the website, we need to create a web space, and within that web space we have to create certain directories, or we can say folders, right? Now all these folders have a particular address, particular HTTP address. Now whatever the new pages we are adding into the server, onto the server, we need to give the complete address of that directory. Okay, now instead of using the complete address of that directory for all the components we are adding in the server website, we make that particular directory address default. Okay, see, all these things are out of the scope, but still for information I am explaining it. Base is just to provide the default address for all the components we are adding, we are launching over the server. For example, if I am creating a website, then every day if I am creating new web page, to upload that web page I need to have a target address, right? So to make that target address default, I am using a base. Okay, next is a link. Link is used to define the relationship between a document and external resource. See, here in a web page it may need to add certain scripts, certain validations in the page, right? So that validations may be written, may be defined outside our web page, right? So to link those pages in our page, we use the link tag also. All these things are added in a head section only. Third is a style. For example, if I am creating a page and I have to define certain default style for heading, a certain default style for paragraph, like colors, alignment, all these things. For every new tag I have to define all these styles. So instead of defining the style for all the tags, I am making the style default using a style tag. Okay, all these things will come in 12 standard. So this is just for information. Okay, fourth thing is a script. It is used for client side script, means we will be validating our web page. Suppose I am creating a online form and I have to send all this data to the server, then all the data must be checked for its validation. Then I have to use a script tag in the head section. Okay, so that is all about the components in a head section. Okay, let's move. Now comments in a web page. Now what are comments? First thing we learn what is comment. So comment is basically a documentation in the web page or in any kind of coding which is used to describe the purpose of particular coding in the web page. Comments are used to add additional information regarding the tags used in the coding. They generally provide the documentation of our coding, means which tag is used over here, what is the purpose, why this tag is used here. All these things we can add as a comment. Okay, they basically add the information regarding use of particular tag or particular element or particular section in the coding. Okay, see, what is the main purpose and why we can add comments? That is, they are not interpreted by the browser, so they are not displayed in the output. Means to make our coding's documentation we can add comments. And why we can add comments? Because comments when added, they are not interpreted by the browser. Means whatever the content we type as a comment, that will not be displayed in a browser. Okay, so how we can add comments? So for general syntax of the comment, that is angular bracket, exclamation, double dash, comment, double dash and angular bracket close. In between these two syntaxes we have to add comment. Okay, comments can be added anywhere in the coding. See, we are discussing about the head section, but comments are not limited to the head section. Comments can be added anywhere in the coding. Okay, so that's all for today.